Hey there, next up is the Necropolis, which will actually have the first major boss of the game, or at least the first gemstone that you need to get to open the hole. So let's use the tier first. Okay, absorption, very good. Now we can enter the Necropolis. Make sure you do not activate this message and then spam it with shop, okay? Or you will kind of brick yourself, because the continue message will be away. I hate that it's like that over here, but it is what it is. We've also got a book here, so we can use that later. I will let the dialogue finish and then we will level up. Which I think I will just get Frenzy to scale the spell damage. Okay, now let's get Frenzy. And just enter this one more time and we can go. The Outer Necropolis. Which is basically another big choke point. Now we can go back, just kind of warped in here. And this area is pretty epic in my opinion. There's also this beautiful trinket, which I think I'm gonna equip. Yeah, because it has ethereal and it has very good health. It's the Gracious Gift of Tears, which is a Sekiro reference. Oh, and I picked up the Claymore, which I cannot use because it's a sword apparently. That's not lucky. Okay, so here's the Necropolis. The tutorial pop up there. Yeah, if you downloaded the whole map, there is a properties guide included with the map. It's a little text file that you can use if you are struggling with the properties on various items, because you can see that the chestplate, for example, gives you stone skin, resilience, etc. And the first couple of items that you can get that have this effect, they have it explained under there in the grey text. See, resilience, you will gain an increasing resistance buff based on monsters in vicinity. So it basically means if there are like 3 or more monsters in, I think, a 10 block radius or something, you will get the maximum buff. And that's explained in the text file. It's not gonna be on the items all the time. So here is the Shroud of Darkness, which I can quickly showcase. It's a rather fun bow. I'm gonna loot all of these chests. There's gonna be some trash, but I do need the arrows though. I'm gonna also take the mats. Magma, pixie dust, that's very good. Gappo, rocks, I'll take all those. I'm pretty sure I can also craft another book, so I think I'm gonna do that real quick, why not? And sell both of these, all of the gems. Yeah, I can definitely make a book. Yeah, I have so many spoils. Let's get rid of them. Alright. And now we just take all the materials, a book, arcane power, dust, pixie dust, and that should be it. And let's get Frenzy. Stash the materials back. I'm gonna use the Shroud of Darkness for a while instead of the Aftermath, just so you can see it. It fires basically, it's like the Hunter's Promise. It fires 3 arrows in a cone, but it will also apply poison. And it will give me a burst of movement speed. The problem with this weapon, and why I think it's rather overlooked, is that it is a fairly... Okay, I got refunded. Okay, we don't need bread. But I will like the gapple, yeah. The main reason why this weapon isn't used that much is probably the fact that it's rather a long cooldown. Like when I fire it, I get a movement speed boost, which is great, but now I will hold right click and you can see that it takes quite a long time before I can shoot again, so I think that's probably the main reason why a lot of people don't use it, and I will actually switch it over to the ballista. And I even missed, like that's even worse when you miss. Yeah, I think I always thought these long cooldown weapons or bows are not gonna be very popular, because if you miss, you have to wait a long time before you can fire again. It deals decent damage though, it's definitely decent damage. Yeah, like, it pretty much took up the Wither Skeleton there with the maul. Plus the movement speed is nice if you need to, like, disengage. I think it's a good disengaging tool. It's not that much of a weapon, it's more of a tool. Also, these blue skeletons, you have to melee them. They are illusions. You can see the blue particles. So make sure to get very personal with them. Yeah, see, I missed again. It's just kind of infuriating. But yeah, for that quick burst of speed, it's pretty good. That's pretty good. I still think I'm gonna stick to the ballista though. Okay, need arrows. This is a Path of Exile reference. Get you out of my way. Yeah, I feel like in that sense Shout of Darkness kinda accomplishes the same thing as the ballista. Except it's a lot less satisfying to use than the ballista. So that I think is the main problem with it. I do like the burst of speed though. Quite fun. Yeah, see, here's one of the secrets where you need a normal bow, which I didn't take. Oh, I've been there. Okay, I'm gonna switch back to the ballista. I will probably sell Shroud of Darkness later. I'm not a big fan. There is a mask. Go get it. Here's a rather large room. Thankfully with no doors, so you can snipe your way in it. Except for these illusions, the strays. Here's a bunch of weak enemies, so you can go ham. Alright. I'm doing pretty good so far. I'm pretty hard to kill. Just to start dying relatively quickly. I would love to be able to one-shot the strays, but it is what it is. Alright, spoils. So, here is a little secret sarcophagus. Oh, there's a gem. So, if you go to the stairs here, here's a little secret chest. Not chest, lever. And here you can also get the royal mace. And here we have some potions, spoils, also a night vision potion, which I'm gonna apply to myself. And here's the sarcophagus that you can open for an Azure Sight, which is a very, very, very deadly weapon. It has solid damage, good enchants, it can freeze on a hit, which is fun, and it's very fast. Like it basically attacks very, very quickly. Though there in update 1.1 there is a faster sight. We will not see that in this one though. Unfortunately, this Azure Sight is not a spell, so you can't really sell it for 5k. You can sell the bow for 5k though, so I'm gonna do that when I get to the shop again. Okay, but again we can kinda just snipe our way around. Oh, damn, that was nice. Did you see how he dashed into my arrow there? That was funny, that was funny. I'm actually always amused when like very, very random coincidences like that can happen, you know? That's what I like about Bomba Evil. I like that there's a lot of different stuff kinda intertwining together. And you can get moments like that. Okay, so here is something that looks like only the ranger can get, because you have to climb this chain here. And get this crazy item there, the Slayer of the Underworld. Which I'm not gonna use because it's too slow. It's a crazy weapon. But actually you can just kind of jump on this and take it anyway. So just FYI, if you were in the range you can still get this layer. And it's a netherite axe, so you can sell it for a decent amount. Here, I think I'm gonna clear this room first since I already spawned all of these guys. I'm not gonna go too deep though. Alright. Then they are ear-raping me. That malicious face was like had some aura or something. Okay, arrows. I will actually need to recover some of my arrows soon from my in the chest, because I'm low-key running out. Good cover behind the lever. Okay, there's some left over. Sell these. And the reason there is all of those shortcut doors is exactly the staircase I was looking at earlier. So if we go back like so, can go up the stairs and get a good look at the main hall here. So here is a gapple, potions, some locked doors, can't really get there. But here we can go up here, and there's the King's Fall, which is another solid weapon, and another netherite base, so you can sell it for good money. And this is gonna be an ambush. It is another Templar secret. Make sure to get it if you play the Templar. And here we can get a good view of the whole place. You can even jump down if you want. We need to get there, which is not open yet. We need to press 2 levers. And here is a chest. It contains the Molten Shell and the Book of Skill. Molten Shell is a solid armor, but I don't think it's as good as the Glacial Chestplate. I mean, the Glacial Chestplate doesn't have that many stats. Actually, it's rather even. There is damage on it, but it slows me down even more, so yeah, probably not. Let's get more movement speed. I'm gonna sort this a little bit. Alright. Okay, so here are actually many paths we can go. Let's check here. It intertwines a lot. Here we can get one optional area. The dining halls, which are pretty cool. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to use ranged weapons here though, because there's a lot of trash around. And it's a lot of infested people here. Oof. Where is my lance? God damn it. Okay, I wish I had smite or slam here from the Templar, because this is gonna be annoying. Okay, thankfully I have some solid melee. Okay, so this whole area is actually very easy to miss. If you would miss that one tiny staircase there, you would have not found this. And there's a lot of nice food items here. There's gapples, bread. I see you. A lot of bread. And there's a lot of detail in this room. Like this room I like, because it really breaks apart the art style of the Necropolis. Like the Necropolis is mostly the black stone, but here it's like a lot of wood and color. And here we get another fight. Some necromancers there. Okay, let them walk through the banners so I can hit them. Oh hell. Thankfully they also struggle with the buffing here, so that works into my favor. Alright. And there's the Barbon, the Mad Glutton, which is a unique. Let's get rid of him. Alright. Now we can claim his reward. Alright. There's a huge throne for the Glutton. And we can open these vaults here. Which will spot one enemy, so let's deal with that. Okay. And here we got another frozen shield, which again is fairly solid. It actually also gives you ethereal, so make sure you keep that in mind. It gives ethereal, permafrost, and solid stats. This is actually very, very good. I will still not take it over the Gracious Gift of Tears, but it's very good. Oh no. I'm pretty hard to kill at this point. And here's the Chef's Kiss, which is another solid trinket. I might even take this one actually. It's a lot of speed, damage, health. Yeah. Plus Warlord is good. Yeah, I'm definitely faster with this. I lost night vision, which sucks, but whatever. Okay, so that's it for the optional room, the dining halls. Some solid rewards in there, and we can go back. Also, we can check this side of the room here. But I think that just cuts back into the second half of the Necropolis, which we don't want to enter yet. Yep. So yeah, there's actually two ways into this whole balcony area there, but it's really easy to miss the dining halls. It's right here. So make sure not to miss it if you're looking to 100%. Okay, let's go all the way back. And this time go the proper route, which is over here. And don't forget to press the lever. It's kinda easy to miss. But that's lever number 1. Now we will cut back to the shop and stash our stuff. I will also sell a lot of the stuff. So let's sell the site. That's 1500. Let's sell the Shroud of Darkness, which is 5k. King's Fall for 2k. Slayer for another 2k. Molten Shell for 300. And that's about it. I'm gonna stash the Gracious Gift and Iron Mill there. And retrieve some of my arrows that I stashed there. Actually, these, like so, it will be enough. Yeah. And I can probably start picking up arrows again because I'm running a lower-ish. I still have a couple of stacks to mine in. So, stray. Alright, so this whole Necropolis area is basically divided into two halves. You can pick whichever half you want first, it doesn't matter. But you have to pull the lever at the end of each of the halves. If you forget to do that, you will screw yourself up and will have to redo a lot of corridors. Oh, that's a slaver. Oh. Oh, I bugged it again. This bug will not happen again in 1.1, by the way. So don't worry about it. Though that infinite dash is funny. Get some fodder. It is a little jump you can do to avoid this trap. I actually didn't even trigger it this time, that's insane. But I do want to trigger it. Because I want to get down here, there's a lot of good stuff. Amongst the infested there is. It's a lot of spiders, it's a lot of spiders. And they don't even die in one hit, that's crazy. Alright, Templar secret over there. Get it if you're a Templar. There's gonna be some more encounters. Let's just try to kill most of the monsters before they even get close. Jailer is tanky. That's a stalker. No rewards in the chest, it's all bait. Yeah, you kinda have to fight for every inch here. Just like the good old Grinning Catacombs. What's up? Necromancer. Necromancer with a stalker as well. Here is the combat boots for a Templar. Solid boots. And here is one of the trinkets I was talking about. I will see if I switch the chef's kiss for it though. The chef's kiss is also really good. I think it's right here, yeah. Yo, it's the insignia. And yeah, like that's very solid. That's very, very solid. It also gives you massive, which slows you down, but yeah, we are still pretty fast. This is pretty good. I think I'm gonna keep this for a while. Strength 2 is also very valuable. Here is another part of the Crimson set for the Templar. I hear some more enemies. Oops, I accidentally activated the trap. It's whatever though. Because these guys are trapped in there, they cannot do anything. I'm pretty slow with the automat in hand, but it's okay. I'll let this out. I still hear enemies, where is it? Oh, here. Oh, they are even packed there together, goddamn. Take all of my drops. Here's gonna be a pretty intense combat encounter, so make sure you're prepared. I will actually eat the gecko for this. Here I think it connects with the staircase. Here you can cut back to where the pitfall was. Like so. Get the chest here, which has the family crown. A solid blue item actually. And here you can call... Oh, whoa, whoa. What are you doing here? Sir, I'm explaining something. Here you can go up these stairs and basically get to the balcony area I was in before. Like so. And get to the dining halls even from this half. It's pretty interconnected in the Necropolis. I like this area quite a bit. It's a considerably better area than the whole Azure Caves. Oh no. Yeah, so there's more tripwires on the ground there which are pretty hard to spot. Okay. So here's the encounter. You have to press this. Let's get to it. Clear all these. Get all the illusions out of the way. Alright. There's more. I'm a bit cornered there, but I'm very, very tanky. This is not a big deal, I just have to deal with the casters. So the casters can kill me. Okay, there's the Dread Hunters as well, it's getting quite packed here. Make sure you get rid of the illusion enemies because they don't count towards the finish of the encounter and you can have quite a spam there if you don't kill them quick enough. Oh wow, what happened there? The Dread Hunter like stomped me into the scaffolding. Did you see that? That was kind of wicked. Okay, now I can drink the blood of my enemies. Oh, arrows, I need that. And now you just have to get up here. There was a very, very random skull floating there. Don't know what he was doing there. Here you can get the Iron Ring, which, I mean, permanent resistance to is nice. It's the best I have, so there's some gold, apples, and let's just pull this, and we can get down. There's the second skull, huh? And we can get out of here. And pull the other lever. And that's it, that's the outer Necropolis. Now we open the main gate. We can stash our stuff real quick. The Necropolis is considerably shorter, so this is gonna be a breeze. I'm gonna just get rid of the trinket real quick. I do have a decent amount of inventory space, but you know, don't need to keep trash around. Alright. This is the inner Necropolis. Welcome. This is gonna be a little neat animation. And a totem. Okay, another book. And I'm gonna use it to immediately upgrade my damage and speed. I think I have enough to buy another book though, real quick. Sell these gems. Yeah, I should have enough. Yep, definitely. I have a lot of spoils. Alright. I can also actually look into buying maybe a weapon. There's nothing on page 3 for me. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Oh no, that was minus 10k. I don't really need any of this though. Where is my repeater? Did I throw it somewhere? I don't really remember if I sold it or what I did with it, but the repeater crossbow is not bad. Why would I sell it? Must have tossed it somewhere, no? Oh, who knows? Wait, what about the crafting menu? We can get the soul roller. You need forged iron for it though. Oh, it needs steel plates. We don't have steel plates yet. Okay, I guess we are just getting the book then. See, elemental book, arcane, like so. Let's go. Get frenzy. Stash it back, get the lance, and okay, we can continue. End of micromanaging. So for this area, I absolutely recommend going into this side first. Because here you can just quickly loot the barrels, some materials in them, and get to the Lord's Chambers. There is some books to read, but mainly there is the Damien's Cross, which is a super strong Templar item, Templar spell, so make sure you get it. Here's another chest which has the Lord's Robes and a mace. And here is another chest which has some really good mats and gold. I will actually take all of this as well, because forged gold is rather rare. And forged iron I might need for the Cell Dweller if I decide to craft it. Which I might, it's a funny weapon. Okay. So I just loot all that and get to this section. Here you first have to drain the water, so go to storage, jump down here. Up the ladder and pull the lever. Here there are some chests to loot, more gold and iron, very nice. Rocks, very nice. And here you have to do a little funky stair jump there and then jump through this. We can get out of here. Okay, there's gonna be some enemies. Let's kinda try to lure them out of the room if possible. This is very awkward because there is these two little doors, so you can't really shoot through this. You just have to kind of whittle them down, and I need regen. Okay, one guy got out. The biggest guy of them all got out. Alright. Some leftover scarecrows and the harvester. Alright. I think there is a witch item here. Yeah, there is the alchemist instructions, which is decent. It has enchanted and ethereal and some okay stats. But we do have to go down here into the experiments room, which was spotted before, but now it's not. Okay, get rid of the slaver. Get rid of all these unspeakables as well. like so. Okay, we are getting eaten. Some more infected people here. Get rid of all the parasites, okay. Some more infested people. And the unspeakable. This area is filled to the brim with gross stuff. Oh, okay, there's two of them now. Alright, good. Stalker here and a little abomination. He's the obsidian leggings, which are buffed in 1.1. This item doesn't give you minus 0.03 speed, but it gives you only 0.0, I think. 0.02, yeah. 0.02. So they are a bit better. Another unspeakable. No more. Here's the key. Make sure to get it. And a treacherous bludgeon. There's some barrels over here. They have arrows, so I will take that, good sir. Thank you. Arcane power, great. And the slimy substance, which is a very weird trinket. It gives you weakness and -2 health. But it has the permafrost aura and some okay armor. Plus 8 to armor is pretty good. So if you're not maxed out on armor, you can get it. Alright, we have the dungeon's key. We can use it to open the door here. And here we are gonna meet the first ever Impaler. There's a tutorial book that talks about it. Because the Impaler is one of the new special enemies that you're gonna encounter. And they are pretty dangerous. Okay, I was like on cooldown and everything. Yeah, the Impaler can really do a lot of damage if you're standing still, so make sure you're on the run when you see any Impaler. I'm gonna eat the Gapple for this fight actually. Sounds a bit squishy. So we just have to pull the lever. Here we go. Here it is, watch out. It's not a super good idea to focus the Impaler though, because they are pretty tanky. But you can kind of try to whittle them down as you kill the other monsters. But just listen for the ghast sound effects. The ghast means it's spawning the attack, the deadly one. And it will most likely one-shot me if I stand in it, so yeah, let's not do that. Okay, here it is. And it's a pretty dangerous attack. It has solid reach. And it takes, it gives a lot of damage. Okay, but we have a big reward for this. We have 2 books. A golden sword you can sell. Oh, I think it was a Templar sword though. I'm gonna take the Onslaught once, and then the Frenzy. Like so. Yeah, it is Templar only, my bad. The golden diademus. So this lever unlocked the little gate that was at the very start of this in the Necropolis area, and that's gonna be the end of this area. This is much shorter than Outer. Though very intense on the fights though. That fight down there is pretty intense. If you're not geared properly, it's gonna be quite a problem. Yeah, let's stash everything. And prepare for the final boss fight of this whole act. The Pixie. And the Pixie is gonna give us the first gemstone that we need for the hold. So here we can see that Pixie is actually responsible for the Gravelord Novagran, which who was in Grinning Catacombs at the start of the game. But Novagran failed and we got through him. So now the Pixie is a little bit frustrated with that. Okay, we are ready. I will eat the Gapple. There's gonna be a little bit more talking. So this fight happens in the Vortex of Creation, which is a pretty badass place. However, this fight, for some people it's a little bit slow, and it's gonna be especially slow for me because I'm gonna clear it very quickly. And if you clear it too quick, then you're gonna be waiting a little bit. Though overall I don't mind the pixie fight, it's original enough, there is some interesting attacks. And you get to use your build quite a bit because there's gonna be a lot of monsters spawning. So here we can learn that the Necropolis is actually entirely created by the pixie. So the pixie is like an architect. And it's why the one of the avatars remarked that the area looks like it kinda appeared in the other case. Okay, here we go. There's gonna be a lot of monsters in here. We can literally go ham. Here's the pixie floating in there. As you can see, it also spawns some attacks on top of you. It will also do some arena-wide attacks, so watch out for that. Okay, there's an impaler there. Definitely a problem. Watch out for this red attack though. If you will stand in that, you will die. And it's always on the diagonal corners of the arena. And it just slaps places. You see, sometimes does this attack. The lightning bolts, if you get hit by the whole salvo, they may or may not kill you. It will really depend on how tanky you are, but it's definitely survivable. Okay, got rid of the impaler. I think I can tank this. Or we will eat another gapple. Because I'm kinda low on health actually. Oh yeah, I lost my helmet, that's the problem. I thought I lost a piece of gear. Oh shit. Definitely don't stand in that. That will one-shot you. Okay, now we will wait a bit. We can take a breather. More monsters. So in the pixie fight you just have to kinda, well, not survive, you have to kill. But survive and kill. There's so many monsters, it lags the game a bit. There's a lot of necromancers as well. Very unfortunate to die here. Yeah, in single player this can get pretty intense for sure. I need to get rid of the thread hunters finally. PC kinda killed the illusions for me. Okay. Well, actually, probably if I do take the regen. Yeah, like Ranger doesn't really have access to much healing, so make sure you carry around potions if you play the Ranger. Templar can heal with Damien's Cross, which can heal through Vile Blood, or I think even Arcane Impulse later. But Ranger doesn't really have anything like that, so be careful. You either get tanky enough, or you will get some potions. I will probably get some regen potions later. Again, wait a little bit. There should be like one last wave spawning soon enough. There's the pixie, there you go. And it just dodged at the exact right moment, that was interesting. Okay, there they are. Them. Slayers in there. Okay, not anymore. Okay, the avatar almost got through the pixie's defenses. Gotta pick up all the gold around. Okay, one more bolt attack. Bolt salvo. I think that should be it for the monsters though. I will eat a apple just in case. Oh yeah, that's it. And there it is, pixie defeated. Hey, it can definitely get pretty intense in solo. Okay, the Emperor is gonna have something to say about this. Because we are kinda progressing at the pace he didn't expect. We're gonna click through some dialogue here. Yeah, here we will have a little mishappening. Where the Act 4 will begin. But we are not entirely exactly in that area. Alright, let's click to exit to Act 4. And we are in the Burnt Estate. Let's take the book. Get one more frenzy so we can scale the damage. And here is the beginning of Act 4. We've just finished Act 3, killed the pixie, got the gemstone. And in the next part we're gonna be in Act 4, which is a considerable spike in quality. And the, I'd say like, excitement of items and areas, because it's gonna get rather huge. When Velateria Square is like the biggest area, then Act 4 has one of the areas which is the second biggest, I'd say, which is Ashen Woods, almost the first area that you're gonna get into. We're gonna get back to the city and to the sewers, and then just we press on through the sewers, finish that pain, and we will get to Ashen Woods. So yeah, Burnt Estate in next part, Act 4. Bye bye.